Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, EA delivered. They kind of answered the call of what we were wanting to see in FC 25 as a part of the Future Stars promo. We got some good Evo content. One of the best Evos that we've had in a while. It's free, it's 2 playstyle pluses, and it's allowing us to finally evolve some of those higher rated players that we've been wanting to Evo. We got to talk about that because it's also crashing the market. We got to cover all the brand new Future Stars content, including a couple of good SBCs and still some content that we're looking forward to. And where are some of those missing Future Star Team 2 cards that we saw we were going to see in packs already? Guys, more of that and the market in today's video we got to talk about. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Now, you may be wondering, Nate, why are we on the web app here and not actually in FC 25? Well, that is because the PlayStation servers have been down now for the greater part of 7 hours, and it's really impacting a lot of the game. Nobody can get on right now on PlayStation and play FUT Champs. Of course, if you're an Xbox or a PC, you're still able to go ahead and do that, but this is also impacting the market a little bit, which we have to talk about related to some prices. We might be able to make some coins off of this because right now a lot of prices are dropping as the servers are down, but of course that really impacts the weekend league, and a lot of people trying to play weekend league games can't do that at the moment. EAFC Direct actually retweeted the PlayStation account that said there's some server issues. So very likely, I would say literally a 100% chance that we are getting a weekend league extension this weekend. So be on the watch for that. And of course, when the servers go back up, we'll talk about that a bit more in the video, but let's start by going over yesterday's content on a big promo Friday, Future Stars Team number 2, where we actually did get some surprises as we mentioned. Now, the first surprises are in SBCs. We have a Pirlo Future Star Icon SBC that has been released, 513,000 coins for this card. He's got dead ball and long ball pass plus, 94 pass, 93 dribble, and 5-star skills are definitely the highlights in this card, plus 20 physical, plus 12 pace. Pirlo's always kind of good in game. I remember using him in FIFA 23. I packed his Team of the Year icon card. His Trivellas were insane. He's always a good card. He's got good play styles. He has great stats. He just kind of has something of that special sauce factor in game that makes him really good. And of course, he's a fan favorite icon for his feats in real life and all the goals that he scored and just the teams that he was a part of and what he could do on the pitch. There's a lot of hype with this card, and I think that SBC kind of encapsulates that. 500,000 coins, only 9 squads, really easy to get done, and a fun one, to be honest. Personally, for me, I'm maybe on a little bit of a negative Nancy when it comes to this SBC because I don't think I'm going to be doing him. Maybe I would do him for fun, but having Pirlo, Rodri, and the Lucas Paisan Evo that I did with Team of the Year Blueprint, I feel like my midfield's set. So if you feel like your midfield's set and can be upgraded by this Pirlo card, then maybe you're not interested in doing it either. I mean, at the very least, I might try out the 82 rated squad for a 5-match loan just because Pirlo is always fun to try, but this is really a good SBC. I mean, if you look at the rest of the Future Star Icon cards, would this card be 500k on the market? Absolutely, he would, with how expensive some of the other ones are. So I think it's well priced. I think it's a good card, fun card, and it's a place to put fodder, to be honest, just to try a fun card, unless your midfield's already super stacked. Now, that was a good SBC from yesterday, probably the most exciting one. Let's talk about the other one. It's a player pick, 2 versions of Morgan Rogers from Villa. You've got one version that's striker and cam with pinged pass and finesse. The other version is cam, left wing, left mid with finesse still and technical plus instead of the ping. This one's got higher pace, a little bit higher passing and dribble. The other one, as a striker and cam, has higher shooting and a little bit less of the pace, passing and dribble. But personally, I think this version with the cam and the striker, the one with the pinged pass plus, is the better version. Now, that's because I'm really high on the Trickster playstyle, just as a base playstyle in addition to a player. If you're trying to create with a card like this, especially with Trickster, and he's got incisive and tiki-taka. He has technical base that's very good. I think it's tiki-taka for me on this version and Trickster that make me like this one and probably the dynamic image over this version here if I had to pick one. Now, I don't even know if I'm going to end up doing this SBC. I might not, but I think for 180,000 coins, again, if you put this card or either of these versions on the market, with how the Future Star cards are priced, they would be more than 180k. I think both of these are W's, whichever one you want to choose. 2 solid SBCs yesterday for 2 pretty solid budget prices. I rate that. GG's EA for dropping 2 solid SBCs yesterday. Let's talk about the objective content, though. This is where things really start to pick up and we start to get into the good stuff. Firstly, the easy stuff to mention, guys, we have the refresh of the daily play games and the daily play games completionist objective. So 3 games per day. It's the exact same packs as it was last week, and that's just fine with me because these packs, the 82 threes, the 83 twos, and then the 83 3 every single day, 4 packs every single day, huge for stocking your club to do SBCs like the upgrade packs that we had yesterday, like the 85 times 2. If we do get an 83 times 14 again in the midweek, that sort of situation, these are a must do. And then of course for the completionist objective, some solid rewards that are in there. The more important things from yesterday's content are the Future Stars Play 2. This objective is probably the most important for this one specific part here that is a Evo consumable that gives you the play styles, long ball pass, and anticipate max 89 overall. This is a really, really incredible Evo cosmetic here. All you have to do is score 10 games in any Ultimate Team game mode, and this goes into that cosmetic Evo section. You can then put it on any card. This is going to be really helpful when we talk about that massive Evo that dropped yesterday, because you can create some even crazier chains by using these playstyle Evos and some of the other playstyle Evos that were out earlier. So that's the big stuff. The Future Stars Daily Play, the Completionist, and the Future Stars Play 2 to get that Evo. Make sure you chip away at those and get those done, especially in relation to the new Evo we're going to talk about in a second. The other thing we have to talk about is a Future Stars Academy Scout Report. We didn't get the full 91 rated icon card boost on these cards yet. EA, they said there was going to be a certain order that we had to do this in, and they're kind of showing us that certain order by yesterday only dropping the Playstyle Plus and the 5-star skills or 5-star weak foot, which was actually glitched. If you guys were on and around the content drop yesterday, they didn't have the descriptions, so you couldn't tell what you were choosing. It said like Academy slot 109 or Academy slot 110 instead of saying 5-star skills or 5-star weak foot. So that was really annoying, and I really hope that nobody had problems choosing their playstyle pluses or their 5 skills or weak foot with that, because I mean that's just kind of dumb from EA, to be honest. That's got to get updated, and that's got to be in game straight away ready to go, because there's probably now with some people that thought they were choosing the right one, they got something that they didn't really want, and that's really frustrating. I think there's some things that EA learned we're learning, and hopefully EA is seeing from us talking about it, from this whole Academy Evolution thing that is good, but also some things that need to be either communicated better or maybe separating some things time-wise or in-game, and just like make sure that it's very obvious that only the Academy Evos work on these cards, because a lot of people have put these cards into other Evos and now they don't work for this chaining system. Even though to some of us it makes perfect sense, it's a new concept, so there's definitely a lot of confusion. But all that dropped yesterday was the ability to put a second playstyle plus and 5-star skills or 5-star weak foot on your Academy card. I think EA did that specifically because they didn't want people to get too out of order for the full Academy process, where we will be able to take our cards to icon cards, and I think that's going to be this weekend. But EA did actually not release that part of the Evo yesterday. But with the content yesterday, they did drop. Guys, I think this might be one of the best Evos that we've had in a while, and it's specifically because it gives us the chance to Evo 88 rated cards, and this is the card we have to talk about. Joao Gomez just dropped in Team 1 of Future Stars. He's already got 2 playstyle pluses, doesn't matter. He goes into this Evo, and this is what I was saying earlier, where you can chain some crazy stuff into a few of these Evos. He can go into the Block and Rapid consumable Evo that is in the Evo Elites, excuse me, cut mode. If you, I think it's win 8 or play 10 games, one of those 2 objectives gets you the Block and Rapid. You can put that on the card. You can put Long Ball and Anticipate. You can even put Deep Lying Playmaker plus. All these 3 consumable Evos on this card before putting him into the new Curl It In evolution that dropped yesterday, and then you get the absolute crazy version. The Curl It In Evo is the one that dropped yesterday though, and it's awesome, right? It's finally an Evo that allows us to create 2 playstyle plus players. You see, in my club, I got some good cards for this. Looks way better on console, obviously. I think the one that I'm going to end up choosing here is this James Madison. That's just, for me, a personal insane card that I want to use from a Spurs team. Guti, there's so many options for this, guys. This is a really good Evo for the chains that you can create, for the stat boost that it gives, and the second playstyle plus that it gives with the other playstyles. I think that's overlooked too. I mean, at first, when I saw this yesterday, I saw, oh, it gives dead ball. Cool, that's not that crazy. Well, Dead Ball Plus with the other playstyles that it does give, I think it gives Pinged, it might give Tiki Taka as well. Huge stat boost. Basically, any card that you're going to come out of this with is at least going to have Dead Ball Regular or Dead Ball Plus with 99 free kick accuracy. Like if you take a look at all these cards, that's kind of a common stat. Free kick accuracy, boom, 99. I believe this Evo gives plus 70 free kick accuracy in one spot, which isn't that big of a deal. And some people might be like, Nate, Dead Ball Plus, that's mid, that's an L. But I think what is actually really sick about this is you can take a card who you know is already good. Literally, the Zambo Anguissa that just dropped 2 days ago as a player of the month. We're like, oh yeah, this is a sick card. He needs an Evo. EA's like, here you go. Here's an Evo for your Zambo Anguissa to take him up to 88 pace, 89 pass, and 88 dribble. That is one heck of a card right there for him. The Cristiano Ronaldo, if you did this one to make him a center mid, he actually fits into this Evo. Give him Dead Ball Plus, give him a pace boost, some more passing and dribbling, and then, of course, the playstyles as well, making that a really unique Cristiano Ronaldo card. I think this Joao Gomez is the biggest one. His card on the market, by the way, is going up. Unlike the other cards in this game, they're kind of going down. 60K for this card. A lot of the cards that are like 87 to 88 rated that are fitting into this Evo, like Reinders is one of them as well. I think Reinders maybe is even extinct. Okay, 80,000 coins. He was close, or he was extinct for a minute. A lot of these cards have gone up on the market, the cards that fit into the evolution. Like this De Jong Rush card was up a lot. The Kimmich, this Kimmich Ultimate Suck card was up a lot as well. 137K. You look at his price graph from yesterday, he was 79, 80,000 coins, all the way up to 137,000 coins. So people are spending coins, and a lot of cards that fit the Evos are going up. But on the flip side, a lot of midfielders in general are going down. Just thinking off of one player right off the top of the head is this Goretzka, 257,000 coins. He was 330 yesterday. If you take a look at the Index 100, you look at prices that have dropped the most in the last 24 hours, you're looking at a lot of cards like that Goretzka. You're looking at a card like this Declan Rice, one of the cards that I've been trading with. I got very lucky, and I was very wise, I guess, to sell this card for a tax break even after I was trying to trade with him on Thursday. I sold him right here for like 320 or 315 or something like that. And this card has gone all the way down to 260,000 coins, has absolutely tanked in value, because who needs to buy center mids right now when everybody is creating Evo versions that look really crazy like some of these that we've looked at here? So absolutely W Evo from EA. It's cool that we can finally Evo 88 rated cards. We hope that we have more of these to come in the future. The chains are crazy on this for sure. And yeah, like we said, the midfielders are crashing, and that's kind of the common theme. But that's what we asked for, right? From yesterday's content, we asked for EA to drop a sick Evo other than the Future Stars Academy, and they delivered. So we had to say GG's to EA for that one, to be completely honest, because Evos, honestly, we were talking about in the stream yesterday, Evos have carried FC25 more than anything else. 100%. Evos have been the main thing this year that have kept things refreshing and fun, and just like worth getting on the game for. And I think that after yesterday's content and the Evos that we could create, that is 100% true as well. So that was the big piece of content from yesterday, was the evolution. I mean, the other thing too is always waiting. Always waiting for Evos is a good shout too. Since this does give Dead Ball Plus, but it first gives Dead Ball Regular, like with the Joao Gomez we see, if you have a 2 Playstyle Plus card already, then you could potentially still give this big boost to a center midfielder and the stat boost that you get here, but also maybe have, if you don't want Dead Ball Plus, another Playstyle Plus. So there is some reason to maybe wait on this evolution as well before putting somebody straight away into it. But if there's somebody you like this new Illich card that was just dropped in SBC, go ahead and definitely put them into the evolution and enjoy the card. But overall, W Evo from EA yesterday. Let's talk about Future Stars Team 2. This, in my opinion, was not a W, guys. This promo team, I mean, these cards are so expensive and so rare and unpackable on the market. It is insane. So many of these cards are still ridiculously expensive. Amad Diallo right now is 1.69, 1.7 million coins. With the market being in the state that it is in, guys, once the servers went down, I actually bought this Amad card on stream at 1.8 mil. I've been trying to sell him now for 3 hours. He just was the cheapest card on the market at 1.73 for the last hour. Like, that's me losing 150K on this card, maybe a little more than that. Losing 150K on this card trying for a flip, because he was I bought him at 1.8. He went up to 2 million coins. I was trying to sell him there. The servers went down. I was busy. Didn't check the market for like an hour or two. Thought he had sold. He didn't. I come back. He's 1.7 mil. PlayStation servers are down, and his cards are getting absolutely cooked, and nobody's buying cards in this game right now. And these cards are super crazy expensive. That's a really bad combination. But again, the overall thing for these cards is, number one, if we go back to this Diallo card, the composure, this is the first thing that we looked at yesterday for the cards that got released. The composure and the reactions for this team of the future stars didn't get upgraded as good as Team 1. You go look at like Lamine Yamal and Endrick, their composure and reaction stats, which are always something we look forward to in this promo because these are younger players who have lower level cards. Their stats are not boosted very well in this team too, except for a couple cards. Like Joao Neves looks really interesting. He's got left back alternate position on his card. But like you look at Pavlovic, really exciting card, right? 85 reactions, 83 composure. That's a little bit of a letdown. Kubarsi, what's he got? He's got 92 and 87, so that's not too bad. But even some of the middle to lower tier cards, like this Caicedo would look really fun to try, right? 81 reactions, 81 composure. So I think EA could have done a little bit better. But this team in general, you know, it's okay. It just has to drop in price because right now these cards are so expensive. It's kind of like Team 1 of Future Stars where they're expensive, but these feel even more overpriced and more rare. Rio Ferdinand was extinct at 3.85, I think, yesterday for a long time. He's now on the market at 2.4 mil. His price range got updated. The icons are super expensive as well. Nesta, 300K. Rio, I mean, is a lot more believable in price now. Frank Lampard is 650,000 coins. Crazy price for that card there. Eto was 9 mil. Now he's 5 million coins. Most of these cards, Garincha as well, check. Figo, this Shearer card's 570k. I know, he's got Finesse Plus and 93 shooting, but that card's 570k, and this Larson's 55k. I think that Shearer should be more than Larson, but I don't think he should be 10x the price. You get what I'm saying? These cards are very expensive. I'd be very careful. You can do quick flip trades on them because they are rare. If you time it right. Obviously, I did not time it right with the Amad Diallo that I tried to buy and flip, especially with the servers going down. That's kind of cooking me personally at the moment. These cards are going to fluctuate. They might rise up a little bit. Maybe if the servers come back today, I keep, as we're over here on the video, like checking FC25 to load it up, but it's not working. If the servers do come back, or maybe if you're on Xbox, I could see these cards going up a little bit today, but I think they're going to go down even further into the rest of the weekend. So just be very, very careful with those. But the big question is, where are the missing players? Guys, we're still missing players like Matis Tell, who, of course, just transferred from Bayern to Spurs. I was very excited for that card. He was not dropped in the game. There were some conflicting leaking reports that maybe he's not even coming in the promo. Maybe he's in the mini release. Maybe he's in the SBC. But same thing with like Hincapi from this leaked team here. We have got a Santi Jimenez just transferred, of course, to the Serie A, and some others in here that we did not see dropped into packs yesterday. That makes me think that there's going to be a mini release like we had with team number 1, and hopefully maybe some of those are coming via SBCs as well. So that's kind of our best guess to the answer of where are some of those players who we thought were going to be in this team, but we don't actually see yet. Let's talk about the market a bit, guys. As I mentioned, let's just go back before the servers are going down, right? Let's just imagine it's a normal Friday night market bubble like we talked about, right? The normal Friday night market bubble did pretty much happen. You saw a lot of players go up in price from old out-of-pack special teams. We were able to make some pretty good coins on some trades yesterday. If we take a look at my transfer list, I mean, it wasn't crazy coins. We bought a Rio for 540. Bought a Turan for 1.28, bought a Araujo for 430, and then Rudiger and Lamine Yamal didn't really net us a whole lot of coins, but the market was already up heading into the Friday night weekend league bubble, but it still went up a good bit. There were some good fluctuations on cards like this. Sar, Dumfries is 700,000 coins. That's crazy. Quadrado's back down a little bit. Honestly, I would just feel like with the servers going down, a lot of the prices that have come down, I think you can see them go back up. But look at Lewandowski. He's still very high, 600,000 coins. Jonathan Tah, Mapi Leon, Lewis Dunk, they are all up in value. What's down the most, like we mentioned, is midfielders. What did the best in terms of prices going up were center backs and also attackers, because people are buying those players to link up with the midfielders, which of course midfielders like this Yaya 1.09, he was 1.22. That's how a lot of the midfielders prices look right now. I would be careful trading with those even again today, because I think that this Evo is big enough and crazy enough that it's going to continue to really mess with some of those cards in the market. But today, per normal, what I would expect to see is maybe even on some out-of-pack special cards, a bit of a rise in the morning, but then I think we would see a drop later on after that. Now let's talk about Team of the Weeks for a quick second. We talk about the market all the time, and we talk about these cards because Team of the Weeks have been in demand a whole lot recently, but right now, Team of the Weeks are down. Currently, the cheapest team leaks on the market are, looks like 17 to 18,000 coins, just under 18K for Team of the Week cards, and that is without a lot of people being able to play Weekend League and get those rewards because the servers have been going down and have been down for like 6 or 7 hours now. I think team leaks are going to continue to go lower, especially because yesterday, we forgot to mention this, we had SBCs, upgrade packs. We had an 81 double, unlimited repeatable, which is fine, cool. That's something to put some gold cards into, but we most importantly had the 85 double upgrade, which is an 83 and an 82 rated squad. So, of course, there's no inform requirement there. You have inform supply from weekly rewards, so informs are dropping, and they're probably going to continue to drop unless, something crazy comes out today, which I don't think that would be the case. So, fodder mostly is not up. Maybe a couple of these cards here, like 90s yesterday, 49,000 coins right now. They were down a little at content, started to go back up, servers went down, now they're back down again. You could maybe trade with some 90s or 91s today, like 71,000 coins for Rodri. Yesterday they were low at content, they dipped here, and then they kind of started to go back up, but not as high as they even were after Rivals rewards. Like this was 74, 75K early Friday morning, I guess late Thursday night for that card there. So I'm being very careful with fodder. Of course, we have the icon pick that goes away tomorrow. We'll just have to see what happens with that. And I don't think there's any other massive SBCs that would make fodder go higher. It's more about people are buying fodder still to complete the Player of the Month Mbappe, the Gareth Bale, maybe the KDB, maybe those other sort of expensive SBCs, including the icon pick. That's what's making fodder go up right now at the moment. So I'd be careful with that. The market feels high, but honestly, like overall, I know, we're saying prices are low. This is just from the servers going down, kind of a little bit of a situation. If you take a look at a lot of graphs, like the one graph that is really sticking out to me in my mind from yesterday is Rio Ferdinand's base card. Take a look at this guy's graph in the last 2 weeks since the middle of Team of the Year. He's gone from 400,000 coins to 625 right now. There's a lot of prices, at least in the last week, with Team of the Year ending and Future Stars starting. We're seeing that lift off in the market. It's not really happening to Team of the Year cards. Team of the Year cards are still pretty low. Salah is 3.65. Carvajal is almost a mil. VVD is 5.7. I would definitely anticipate, oh my gosh, Jude Bellingham's 4.8 mil. Yeah, Team of the Years are still getting pretty cooked, which is just wild to watch. These are the best cards in the game, and the prices can't hold up. I guess Team of the Years this year are just going to be different, even though they are the best cards in the game. But the rest of the market, the lower to middle tier stuff that we're talking about a lot, with I look at these winter wild cards. A guy like Pedro Porro, who's 140,000 coins. Look at his graph in the past 2 weeks, right? Zoom, straight liftoff, right? With the content slowing down, and especially with not as many defenders being released in SBCs or even Evos, a lot of these cards continue to go up. So the market still feels pretty high, but at least right now it should be good for the weekend. I mean, the next thing that we would look to maybe crash the market a bit would be some crazy content for whatever this Grassroots Great promo looks like. We have a couple of leaks. We had a big leak yesterday, but that's not for a few days away. And I don't even know what EA would do to crash the market with that. Usually we don't see another massive full market crash in the post Team of the Year period until March. So the market usually until then is just kind of slowly rising, doing pretty good. This is usually one of the safest times of the year to hold a player from your team. Again, not Team of the Years this year, but that's kind of the market in general. I think you'll continue to be able to trade the same ways we've been trading the last week. Fluctuation trading with cards, out-of-pack specials, and even with the in-pack specials, that's going to be the best way to make some coins this weekend. Let's talk about content today on Saturday and get into that, because like we mentioned, mini-release stuff, maybe one or two of these players being released as an SBC is very, very possible. But we had a leak yesterday that was expected, but now it's official. Schweinsteiger is coming as the FC Pro Live Icon SBC picked by Anders Vergang. This is not the official card. This is a predicted card. We have no idea when it's going to drop. I mean, to be honest, guys, I don't even think this card design's been added to the code yet, so I don't think this SBC is coming today or even in the next couple of days. We'll be really waiting to see a card design added to the code before we can really say, oh, that's going to be happening, unless I've missed it and it's already added to the code. But watch out for more leaks. Usually before an icon SBC like this, you'll have, oh, official stat leaks for the card's going to be coming out. Definitely be watching for that before thinking this is going to be dropping today. But that's something that's coming, right? So that's something to kind of keep in mind. And as we mentioned, the Maradona leak yesterday really started to spread some news. This is not, I believe, the official card design. I don't like that card design, and I hope it's not the official one. I haven't seen any other tweets saying that this is the official Grassroots Greats card design, but that's kind of what our attention is going to turn towards here really soon, is the end of Future Stars as we head into this week and the beginning of Grassroots Greats. There's so much hype for that promo, like a lot, and it's already creating very high expectations. We don't even know what this promo is about, except for the fact that Maradona, Beckenbauer, Doumbia, Barbo, Gervinho are allegedly going to be a part of it. So that's something that is looming, that is coming. But for today on Saturday, guys, honestly, I bet we probably get a player SBC. I think last week on Saturday, we had the Hugo... was it Hugo? It was the Eki TK. We had the Eki TK. Yeah, Hugo Eki TK's SBC. We actually played against him twice yesterday in Foot Champs, and he actually kind of cooked with his pace and his dribbling. And he was a decent SBC, but that was a cheap one, right? That's the level of SBC that I would probably expect today on a Saturday, and I don't think I really have too high of expectations for anything else, to be completely honest. Maybe today we would get that third part of the evolution chain, the final 88 to 91 rating for the icons. I think that's got to be at some point this weekend, between today, tomorrow, and Monday, the next couple of days, before we get into the latter part of Future Stars. I think EA would want that to come out. I'm still a little surprised that they didn't drop it yesterday. I was fully expecting it to be on our promo Friday. But of course, they have other ideas, and I guess we'll just see what their ideas are when they drop them and when that 91 rated icon design does come out. So that's kind of what I'm expecting for today. Maybe this Evo, maybe a player SBC from Future Stars, and that's about it, unless EA have some surprises for us today. I think it's going to be a really interesting day if these servers continue to stay down, because, guys, it's obvious to see that a lot of people, most of this player base is on PlayStation. By the way, the prices have dropped off. If you look around the market in general, it is very easy to see. Even we were looking at SBC fodder, right? The 90 rated cards. De Bruyne is 49,000 coins. These cards, before the servers went down, were 52K. Now they're now 49,000 coins, right? They're down. You can see that some of the special cards, like this Quadrado, is 262. Yesterday after content, he was 278. Maybe not the best example there, but a good example of a card that's usually more than that on the market right now. Yeah, I think that honestly the servers being down is impacting the market a lot. Now, I'm still trying to get out of this Amad Diallo card because I do not want to hold on to him. I feel like he's overpriced anyway. Got kind of caught in a bad flip here. Look, there's another one, 1.649. Until the servers come back, though, these prices just feel like they're going to continue dropping because there's very, very little demand. Very little demand on a lot of these cards in the market when there's so many less people that can actually log on to the game. So whenever the servers do come back, I would definitely expect a bit of a spike. If you're on at that time, you see like, oh, the servers are back, whatever, watch out for some of these cards having a bit of a buyback if they're low, especially if they're rare. You might even see some prices go like crazy high because the rarity of some of these cards, the hype that people have to want to use them, and of course, it's the weekend and people want to get their Foot Champs games going. I would 100% watch that today. Maybe a guy like this Diallo could be a good trade. These cards are really rare. The Future Stars team number 2, there could be some great fluctuations there with a guy like Pavlovic or Kubarsi, even one of the cheaper ones here or there. Kusanov, who I packed yesterday and actually is a pretty decent card. So that's what I would tell you. Try to find something that's low, that's a popular meta card, maybe out of packs, that you could probably flip. If and when the servers do come back up. For me right now, I'm kind of cooked on this Diallo. We'll just have to play that one out and see what happens. Thanks, PlayStation servers, for losing me some coins there. But that's kind of video for me today, guys. If you have some of the cards that have gone up for this evolution, not a terrible idea to sell them in the hype, especially a guy like that Reinders card that's up a ton. He's probably one of the ones that's up the most. Guti is extinct at 65,000 coins. I mean, to be fair, yesterday he went from 40K to 65K, so there's that. Kimmich, 130,000 coins, right? He was 80K. So selling the hype for a lot of those. Take your cash on those. And maybe EA will have something else to surprise us with today on Saturday, kind of like they did with that center mid evolution yesterday on Friday. But that's the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and of course, subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys in another video tomorrow. We'll cover all the content and look forward to maybe more interesting stuff on Sunday. Good luck with your FUT champs whenever it happens, and I will see you guys in the video tomorrow. I will catch you guys later. Have a great weekend. Peace.